my name's Dr. Billy Tanui, and I am a nurse anesthetist here in the US. I do provide anesthesia services to patients that need surgery. Medical Missions Foundation is a foundation that is based off of Lanexag in Kansas City. They go to different countries to provide surgical services to patients that are in need. So we were able to provide surgical services to about 121 patients that received care in Namira County. A lot of us who are in the diaspora that want to come and provide services to our communities.
Well, we have yet another special guest from Maju, this time round from Kansas City, and his name is Billy Tanui. Billy, karibu to the show.
Asante.
Asante sana. Yeah, and we featured him on the show before on Daring Abroad. Thank you. Your interview was great in Kansas City.
Thank you.
Karibu sana tena. So, Billy Tanui is the coordinator and team leader of a foundation that is known as Medical Missions Foundation. And they've been here in Kenya. They came for a good cause. They were in Nyamira. And we'll go into the details, what the medical camp was all about. But just to begin, so that you understand what is Billy's specialty exactly. So Billy is an anesthetist.
Yes, anesthetist.
So what does that entail? What does an anesthetist do?
Well, first and foremost, thank you, Alex, for having me again today. Like you said, my name's Dr. Billy Tanui, and I am a nurse anesthetist here in the US. I do provide anesthesia services to patients that need surgery. Yeah, so that's my specialty.
That's your specialty.
Correct.
Yeah. So and tell us a little more about this foundation, Medical Missions Foundation. What does it do exactly?
So Medical Missions Foundation is a foundation that is based off of Lanexag in Kansas City. On the Kansas side, but it's in Kansas City region. And
it's Kansas, you know.
Yes.
You heard it, not Kansas. So we are likely to say here Kansas City.
Yeah.
Kansas. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, Kansas City. And they usually, so what they do is they go to different countries to provide surgical services to patients that are in need. When I say need, particularly patients that may not necessarily afford to pay for surgeries for whichever case, whether they had a thyroid, whether it's a hernia, whether it's, name it. So they have a group of volunteers who volunteer their time and resources.
So the people in need.
Correct. So they provide services to people in need throughout different countries.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are the coordinator as far as the mission to Kenya is concerned.
Correct.
When you came to Kenya.
Correct.
And you conducted a medical camp in Nyamira.
Correct.
Why Nyamira?
Great question. So, like you said, I led a team of 29 people from Kansas City. And most of those people, actually, I work with them. They're my colleagues. And I've had a relationship with them for many, many years. And this has been 3 years in the making. 3 years ago, I approached a group of the leadership in Namira County and Uasin Gishu, and apparently there was no interest at the time. But then we ended up pivoting over to Nyamira, where I was connected to the leadership there through a pastor, and his name is David. I was connected to him to them through David, and long story short, we ended up working together to see whether we can do a medical mission or a medical camp in Namira County.
Okay.
And lo and behold, with all this planning that has happened over the years, we were able to do that medical camp.
It happened.
This last, January.
It was from when?
So the team arrived here in Kenya on the 9th, and we started work on the 11th to the 17th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some missions or some foundations or some partners do general medical camps. Was yours also general or specialized?
So ours, it was specialized. And the reason I say that is because we had 5 surgeons who are specialized in what they do. And these surgeons that we had a general surgeon, we had a urologist, we had obstetrics and gynecologist, we had a plastic surgeon, and we had a OMFS, which is a facial surgeon, but he was particularly focused on dental work when we came to Nyamira.
Okay. So who were working in exactly? Who were you attending to? What kind of patients?
Okay. So we saw a lot of patients. Actually, on Sunday when we did the assessments, Sunday the 11th, there was a long line of patients that came through to be assessed for potential surgeries. And we were able to narrow down to the patients that needed actual surgeries. For example, we had a lot of hernia cases. We had patients that had a lot of like thyroid issues. We had patients that actually just wanted their teeth pulled out because they had decayed and they were cracked and broken. We had a lot of patients with female care, particularly obstetrics and gynecology. And then we also had patients that had burns. We had patients that had lipomas, patients that also there was a particular patient that had overgrowth of tissues that kind of covered her face. And that was the specialty of the plastic surgeon, to correct and help that patient be able to have at least some cosmetic surgery, because she needed to have the extra tissue removed.
Wow. Yeah. So you experienced quite a lot, which means in the villages, in these counties, there are people with really cases that really need attention. I'm sure you're able to learn so much. What did you learn?
Well, we learned that actually there are a lot of patients that need care. In needing care, there is a part where patients are not able to actually pay for surgical services. Okay. So when we came in with the free medical camp and the free services, we were able to see a lot of patients. And by word of mouth, each patient or each person that came through was able to tell the next person about what we were doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you are doing this in collaboration with the county government?
Correct. So yes, we did this in collaboration with the county government. And I just want to thank the Nyamira County government for being very helpful in coordination before, during, and after the medical camp. They came through in a big way, particularly to make sure that we were able to come in to the county, had services provided by them for the members that were there, and they were supportive in each and every way.
Well done. And I'm sure there is some element of skills and knowledge transfer you left on the ground.
Absolutely, yeah. Our team, surgeons, nurses, anesthetists, were able to work alongside the team from Nyamira. And we're able to learn from the team on the ground here in Nyamira, and also I'm hoping that they learn something from us as well. I think particularly they were talking about how efficient we work and how we worked very long hours. Some of those hours we actually worked right into midnight, from 7 a.m. to midnight.
Yeah, there are times I would look for you and I could hardly get you, or sometimes we are talking wee hours, 2 a.m.
Correct.
But you are used to that American time.
Yes.
So how many people did you attend to?
So we were able to provide surgical services to about 121 patients that received care. 60 cases were surgical, and then the other 61 cases were dental issues. Yes.
Okay. Is there any particular element on one of the issues that would say was top, that came out really common?
I think, yes. So what came up on top really was there was a lot of patients that had thyroid issues. So big masses on the neck. And this was my actually first time doing a surgical camp here in Namira, and there was a lot of patients that showed up. Some we were able to provide the services. Some, just because of the severity of their thyroid glands or their goiters, we were not able to provide those services. But in the future, we will be able to have the specialized team to come and help us. Another key issue was also the plastic surgery. It seems like throughout the region there was no available plastic surgeon, and bringing in a plastic surgeon from a group was a reprieve and a relief for most people that needed, whether it was just removing a mass or whether it was just working on contractures or working on disfiguration from accidents or burns. So that's something we were able to provide.
Okay. Yeah. So was it your first mission here in Kenya, your first medical camp, or you've done them before?
So I have done medical missions before, but this was in 2012 and 2013, but not to the extent of doing surgeries.
Okay.
So this was different because we were able to provide surgical services or surgeries to patients. Unlike then, when we did just medical care where we checked patients' blood pressures, we were able to provide medicine to people that needed help, and that was in Kisumu. And then we did one also at the time in my hometown in Nandi.
Okay, well done, Billy. Very well done. I mean, and that's giving back to your home country.
Absolutely, thank you.
Skills and knowledge transfer, remembering your motherland. So, picking Nyamira, for example, so is that the end of it, or there's normally follow-up? I think the county government could still be picking from you in terms of skills and knowledge transfer, or you did medical camp, packed and went?
No, the goal is actually to do a long-term partnership with the county of Nyamira and in any other county that has interest in having a team come and help or provide services. We look forward to returning every year to come and do surgeries with a team that comes from the US. So when we go back to plan again to come back, hopefully to follow up on the patients that we were not able to reach to. Because there was a lot of patients that came that we were not able to provide services to because of time. But next time when we come, we'll include those patients that came at the time onto our list, depending on if we can get a hold of them.
Okay.
And the county, I'm sure, I know they will help us in terms of finding and getting those patients assessed and putting them on the schedule.
Yeah, well done. Yeah. So I guess some of your medics maybe were coming to Kenya for the first time?
Absolutely. So most of them actually came to Kenya for the first time, and they loved it here, and they're looking forward to come back next time.
Yeah, you are contributing to tourism as well.
Absolutely.
They must have toured. You've taken them around.
Yeah, so on our way to Nyamira, we were able to sightsee, and then once we were done with the mission, we were able to go to Masai Mara, where we had a night there, and they were able to do a safari, which was absolutely amazing for those guests that came, and we had a wonderful time. And services were provided by courtesy of Take Me There Safaris that helped us coordinate and plan all this.
Wow, well done. Yeah. We look forward to more and more such missions across Kenya, and this really puts meaning to the impact of daring abroad, because you're able to give back to your mother country as well as just continuing with your course in the US, and also impacting on many lives in the US. That is across the board as well done, Billy. So as we wind up, maybe any parting shot, and thank you for coming on the show, but we want to give you an opportunity, looking at the camera. What's your parting shot? I'll have to release. The guy actually is preparing to leave as we speak in a few hours from now. Just how many hours? 4 or 5 hours. Yes. What's your parting shot, Billy?
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you to the County of Nyamira for welcoming us to their county and also having us as a group to come there. The next is I want to also say that there is a lot of us who are in the diaspora that want to come and provide services to our communities, and we are eager to come. Sometimes there's a lot of challenges that happen along the way, but we're eager to come, and we know that there's a lot of people that want to also volunteer from the country itself. And that was evident last time when we had a lot of volunteers just right from Nyamira and the Kisii area. But what I would like to say is that we have a lot of people that really want to come and provide their skill. They want to give back to the communities, and we look forward to coming. But then also we just want to also just indulge the leadership of different places who have the interest, because you have to have an interest. You cannot go where you've not been invited. When you knock, if you knock a place and the door is open, great. When the door is not open, you find the next door that is open. And that is what we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to work with people that are serious, people that want to help their people, because you know that a lot of our members in Kenya, they're suffering one way or another, and we have some of the solutions that we can provide through healthcare, through surgeries, through Medical Missions Foundation, and we hope to visit multiple counties down the road when the infrastructure is available.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you've heard it. Be serious, knock, and the door will open. Thank you, Billy. That is quite encouraging.
You're welcome.
And by the way, I'll be in Atlanta from 7th, actually on 7th March.
Oh, really?
There is a huge gathering of the Kenyan nurses. Maybe you are aware of it. The Kenya Nurses in Diaspora. They have a gala event, so I'll be covering there. So the story continues. Hope to fly to Kansas after Atlanta, and thank you so much for visiting Chams Media Studios.
Yeah, thank you.
Karibu, thanks.
Thanks.